Hi, I'm Jamie from Red Duchess Farm. And this morning what I'm doing is I'm taking excess milk that we have left from our cow, and it's what we would call outdated. And we're going to smell it basically and see if it is still usable for making cow's milk soap that I want to do just to have on the shelf downstairs and to use up milk so that it doesn't go to waste, or if it's past the point where it needs to go into making what we call chicken cheese. Now, chicken cheese is basically gigantic cottage cheese curds. We put it in a bucket. I let it sit in the heat, room temperature, and let it just to start curdling. It's extremely good for them. It's like the whey with everything. It's got nutrition. They really like it. And so it keeps the milk from going to waste. And what I have here is I have 5 jars left of old milk. Now, the thing with cow's milk soap from the farm, instead of, buying it at the store, is it does not spoil. So if you've ever opened your milk containers and it's just about gags you because of the smell, that is not something that you get from cow's milk fresh from the farm. What it will do is it will just slowly over time make cottage cheese. And even if it has mold on it, it still does not have that pungent, nasty smell to it that you're used to with regular processed milk. So you can take days of milk, and what's very strange about it is I could say one from yesterday, leave it in the refrigerator 2 or 3 days, open it up, and it's really strong smelling. But I can take one from 2 weeks prior to that, has no smell, no taste, it's perfectly fine. Has a lot to do with what the cow eats, the weather, stress factor. I've learned a lot with the dairy cow. We raised cattle growing up, Belted Galloways, that we never used them for milk purpose. So this has been a learning curve. And I realized that whatever your cow is eating is going to reflect in your milk, which is common sense. So our cow is not fed corns and stuff like that. She's a grass-fed, and we do have a feed mix we use, but we do not use wheat. We don't use corn, in its natural states and stuff like that. Corn's just absolute no. So anyway, back to the subject. I'll take these, I'll open these up. These are all from, this is 11/2. These are like 10/31. So they're probably all going to go into the chicken cheese. I have 4 gallons already that I've gone through that are in the refrigerator that will be used for making soap. They're a little strong, but the lye will take care of that. You won't even know it when it's all said and done with. Once it hits a little bit of a vinegary stage, is the only way I can describe it. It's a little sharper. That's what I put into the chickens. So this is an 11/2. Smelled it. It's kind of strong. Has a slight tint of that vinegary smell to it. Smart thing to do if you're going to have to pour your milk, make sure you shake it, because if not, this big old jug of cream comes off of there and makes a big mess all over the floor. Yeah, this one is a 11/1 also, and it's much stronger. So basically everything in here, you can still see how the cream is all sitting up here on the top. What happened is I was out of town. Mark made butter. He did this and that. I'm the cheese maker, so it backed up on him. So we just use it for the chickens. It's not going to go to waste. So I'm going to finish going through these. I'll show you my buckets that I use for making the chicken cheese and explain what I do there. These are the buckets that I use for making the chicken cheese because they have a snappy lid. Other animals can't get into them. Plus I can sit them in the basement. You don't smell it. You don't even know it's there. What I do is I just take my jars that I decide I want in. This one is full. I just take my jars and it splashes. This is why I have rugs laying there. Pour it in. Once I have it full, like I do this one, then they'll go to the basement to be set down there, and they can start their processing. Once I have the milk figured out that I want for the soap, I will be putting them into ice cube trays. I'll pour it into ice cube trays, let it freeze, put it in Ziploc bags. I have not attempted the soap yet. Talina from Ryder Family Farms, she makes goat's milk soap and is really good about it. She does a great job. She's going to, we're going to get together and she's going to show me how to make the soap out of the cow's milk. So it's just a process now of getting enough ice cubes or milk cubes, put in the freezer so we have what we need when we get ready to get started. So that is just a couple things that we do with our milk besides drinking it. I will make a cheese video for homemade mozzarella and show you how I do that. I'm the cheese maker, the milker, whatnot around the farm. And after Christmas, Rosie, our dairy cow, will be coming back to our farm. She's at Riders right now. Due to us traveling for the holidays and stuff, it's just easier for them to do the milking there. So once she gets back, we'll put together a video on her milking. And I do need to make some cheese this week, so hopefully we'll get that one on there for you too. So thank you very much and have a really great day from Red Duchess Farm.